Praise Yah. We're back with part 4, the key to salvation, turning it. Okay, what we've been learning and what we've seen so far is what Yah is asking of us is simply to turn back to Him. He's not asking right now for some mediator for us to cry and weep and wail to the Son of God, to Tammuz. That's not what He's asking. What He's asking for us to do is turn back to Him sincerely with our whole heart. That's what He's asking for, which is understandable, because if you had someone that you loved and they cheated on you, but you put them away, but you still loved them, and you knew that's your baby, but your partner ain't right. She got to get right. You're not gonna take them back until they turn completely from the say if the person is a whore. Until they turn back from their whorish ways, you're not gonna take them back. Say if they're a drug addict. Until they kick those drugs, you're not going to take them back because you're not going to want to keep dealing with that same stuff. So Yah is saying the same thing. It's common sense. These questions that some of these New Testament brothers is asking us is very silly. So I'm just trying to explain it the best I can. Hopefully, someone out there is edified by this, Yah willing. So right now, we're going to go to Zephaniah. We're going to go to Zephaniah 3. And we're just going to read verses 7 through 9. And I thought that she would fear me. And this she is the nation of Israel. And I thought that she would fear me, would learn a lesson, and that the punishment I brought on them would not be lost on her. Instead, all the more eagerly they have practiced corruption in all their deeds. But wait on me, says Yah, for the day when I rise as an accuser, when I decide to gather the nations to bring kingdoms together, to pour out my indignation on them, all my blazing anger. Indeed, by the fire of my passion, all the earth shall be consumed. Okay? All the earth. For then I will make the peoples pure of speech, so that they will invoke Yah or Yahuwah by name and serve Him with one accord. All right. When Yah comes back, He's coming back in a blazing anger and the fire of His passion. All the earth shall be consumed. All the earth will be consumed, except for those who turn back to Yah. It's like I tell people on the comment board, when that dark and gloomy day comes, we'll see what Bahashimini Bop Bop is doing. If he out there actually trying to save somebody, or if he out there slanging dope. If he putting a little bit of bacon up in your salad, bacon, let me get some bacon. Give me that bacon. What up, Kadash? He's gonna burn up all the wickedness and his fiery anger. Okay? Unless we turn back, and you gonna get burned up. Unless you turn back. I get burned up. Unless I'm fully turned back. Okay? Now we're going to go to Zechariah Zechariah 1. We'll just start at verse 1. In the 8th month of the 2nd year of Darius, the word of Yah came to the prophet Zechariah, son of Berechiah, son of Iddo. Yah was very angry with your fathers. Say unto them further, Thus says Yah of hosts, Thus said Yah of hosts, turn back to me, says Yah of hosts, and I will turn back to you. Do not be like your fathers, for when the earlier prophets called to them, thus saith Yah, come, turn back from your evil ways and your evil deeds. They did not obey or give heed to me, declares Yah. Okay, you get it? You see that? I mean, you got to see that. Thus saith Yah of hosts, turn back to me, and I will turn back to you. So, of course, everything that we're going through right now is completely our fault because the majority of our nation is caught up on this Jehovah Shizzle, Jehamaham, Jeebus penis. We stuck on that. It's like we can't get off of it. And then if you off of it, you got people telling you that you crazy. People thinking, even if you call on the name of Yah, other people are saying you wrong and then trying to give you long dissertations like you don't know what's going on. Like you ain't got to face those same things, those same problems that all of us are facing. You know what I mean? But Yah is just saying turn back to him. There's no other power. He's the only savior. He's our only savior. But it seems like a lot of people don't get it. And because you don't get it, that's why we get shot down in the streets. That's why we can't get a job. That's why our households fall apart. That's why, you try to grow a garden and all the pests come and eat up your garden. Because as a nation, he's judging us together. And all these people that follow these camps, whichever camps you following, the majority of y'all are worshiping JC. So we're in this predicament because of y'all. I shouldn't say that. We're in this predicament because we as a nation has not completely turned back to Yah. And of course we know it's only going to be that remnant that's actually going to, turn back completely. And then the other people are going to see and be like, God damn, I mean, now we got to. So we was in Zechariah. Now let's go to Zechariah. Well, we was in chapter 1. Let's go to chapter 7 now. We're just going to read 8 to 14. And the word of Yah came to Zechariah. And the word of Yah to Zechariah continued. Thus said Yah of hosts, execute true justice, deal loyally and compassionately with one another. Do not defraud the widow, the orphan, the stranger, and the poor, and do not plot evil against one another. But they refused to pay heed. They presented a balky back and turned a deaf ear. So what y'all saying right there? We show him our back. Like Bernie Mac used to say. She showed me my back. Showed me her back. Sometimes I do that to people when I get pissed off at them. I just turn my back on them and say whatever. They harden their hearts like adamant against heeding the instructions and admonition that Yah of hosts sent to them by his Spirit through the earlier prophets. And a terrible wrath issued from Yah of hosts, even as he called, and they would not listen. So said Yah of hosts, let them call, and I will not listen. Okay? We didn't listen when he called, so why is he going to listen once we call? You know, all this Jehovah Shizzle stuff got to stop. All this JC stuff. It's going to stop. You know, it's going to be thrown and shown in your face who you really worshiping. And you're going to have that choice. Even as he called and they would not listen, so said Yah of hosts, let them call and I will not listen. I dispersed them amongst all those nations which they had not known, and the land was left behind them desolate, without anyone who came and went. They caused a delightful land to be turned into a desolation. Okay? Because of our wickedness. Because we did not heed what Yah was telling us, then we're in this condition. All right, now we're going to go to Malachi. And we're going to start Malachi 3. And we're going to start. Let's start at verse 7. From the very days of your fathers, you have turned away from my laws and have not observed them. Turn back to me, and I will turn back to you, said Yah of hosts. But you ask, how shall we turn back? And y'all definitely ask that. Y'all are definitely asking that on a consistent basis. Always trying to make some excuse to put JC in this, to put him in this. You know, to put him in the doctrine, to put him in the book of remembrance, Torah Tanakh. Because you asking, how shall we turn back? Ought man to defraud Yah? Yet you are defrauding me. And you ask, how have we been defrauding you? In tithe and contribution? You are suffering under a curse, yet you go on defrauding me. The whole nation of you. Bring a full tithe into the storehouse, and let there be food in my house. And thus put me to the test, said Yah of hosts. I will surely open the floodgates of the sky for you, and pour down blessings on you. And I will banish the locusts from you, so that they will not destroy the yield of your soil, or your vines in the field shall no longer miscarry, said Yah of hosts. And all the nations shall count you happy, for you shall be the most desired of lands, said Yah of hosts. You have spoken hard words against me, said Yah. But you ask, what have we been saying among ourselves against you? Because y'all New Testament cats, y'all come against the Old Testament, come against the Torah Israelites, and y'all talk real greasy, out the side of your mouth on us. But we're just simply trying to give you the words of Yah through the book of remembrance. But you have been saying among yourselves, let's just start at 13. You have spoken hard words against me, saith Yah. But you ask, what have we been saying among ourselves against you? You have said it is useless to serve Yah. Because you say that. You say it's useless to serve Yah. We're going to serve Bahashemini Bop Bop. What have we gained by keeping his charge and walking in abject awe of Yah of hosts? And so we account the arrogant happy, that they have indeed done evil and endured. They have indeed dared Yah and escaped. In this vein have those who revere Yah been talking to one another. And Yah has heard and noted it. And a scroll of remembrance have been written at his behest concerning those who revere Yah and esteem his name. And on the day that I am preparing, said Yah of hosts, they shall be my treasured possession. I will be tender towards them, as a man is tender towards a son who ministers to him. And you shall come to see the difference between the righteous and the wicked, between him who serves Yah and him who has not served him. All right, let's say that again. And you shall come to see the difference between the righteous and the wicked, between him who served Yah and him who has not served him. So we gonna know who's really turned, who's gonna call on the name of Yah and who ain't calling on the name of Yah. For lo, the day is at hand, burning like an oven. All the arrogant and all the doers of evil shall be straw. And the day that is coming, said Yah of hosts, shall burn them to ashes, and leave of them neither stock nor bowls. But for you who revere my name, a son of victory shall rise to bring healing. You shall go forth and stamp like stall-fed calves, and you shall trample the wicked to a pulp. For they shall be dust between your feet on the day that I am preparing, said Yah of hosts. Be mindful of the teachings of my servant Moshe, whom I charged at Horeb with laws and rules for all Yasharal. So these laws and these rules and these statutes are for all Yasharal. Lo, I will send the prophet Elijah to you before the coming of the awesome, fearful day of Yah. He shall reconcile parents with children and children with parents, so that when I come, I do not strike the whole land with utter destruction. Lo, I will send the prophet Elijah before you, before the coming of the awesome and fearful day of Yah. All right, we're going to go ahead and just end this right here. Shalom.